Hello everybody, welcome back to Dishonored 2. This is Azariah the Lurking Wolf, and I hope that you have come along for the ride. Now, we're about to start the mission.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
For real.
What ship is that out there? You know the skipper?
The dreadful whale. No, it's not on the registry. Maybe one of the recent importers from Mord.
Let's give it a day or two.
That's Addermire in the distance.
Alright, so as Emily says, that's Addermire out there. Take a good look. It's hard to get it to focus.
Maybe a little more.
She's having the same trouble. Mine.
Damn, the light is amazing, but I'm going sunblind. The way the ocean shimmers.
I think it's funny, I heard one of the things that people were kind of having problems with in Uncharted 4 they didn't like was how they felt that some of the characters were just admiring the graphics of the game.
Flood flies and all.
It happens here too.
Sure it's safe.
Of course.
Remember what I said about maps? Here's our first one. And what I really like is that although they don't give the perfectly detailed version in the game world itself, when you pick it up, it gives you a very nice high resolution map that you can look at. You can see we're currently at the dockyard area, and the wall of light is blocking our passage if we go along to the right. Now, there are ways to get around this, but the way that we're going to be taking is going to be a little bit different. So we're going to be working our way through this area, behind the wall of light, and hopefully doing it all stealthily.
How can you be sure there aren't any? Damn it!
All right.
Simple as that. Tastes like shoe leather, but it's better than eating.
Checking out some locations of runes and bone charms. Mostly interested in the runes. Former Empress on the run. That's a me. So I probably should go
Hello there.
on. First rune's not particularly hidden here.
What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Processed whale oil. Ooh, forgot about that. That's some raw whalebone. Keep your eyes out for that just in case. We can make ourselves some useful equipment. Alright.
Fellow Serkonos, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. New restrictions are now in place
Grand Guard won't like that.
assassinations conducted in the name of the former Emperor
Grabbing people off the street.
and carried out by the former Royal Protector, Corvo Atana. The Grand Serkonan Guard will be stopping and questioning all foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnaca. Compliance is mandatory.
Alright, so you can tell we're on the run. Meanwhile,
Underground market.
we have a
Illegal
symbol there
trade means weapons and ammunition.
for the black market shop in here. Let's just leave him alone.
Don't be greedy, friend. Oh, you're kind, thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood-fly-infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint.
Alright, usually if you give some money to the beggars around the game world, they'll give you some helpful hints, like that one. And that's the route we're going to be taking, through the blood-fly-infested house. And we'll also get an introduction to blood flies while we're at it. Meanwhile, we're just going to go check out the black market shop.
Hey, come here.
Okay. Someone's interested in us. We'll check that later.
A new customer with coin, I bet.
Customers usually have coin.
Why you cover your face is not my affair.
You notice that they sell runes here. Now, technically, you can steal these things if you find the right method. But for now, I prefer to be a bit more honest. Now, what I do want to have
Glad we could do business.
are sleep darts. Later on, we'll want some of these, but for now, one enemy at a time should be easier.
I shouldn't
thank
deal
you.
with strangers.
Okay. So now we want to go out and talk to that lady, figure out what her problem is.
I have something that might interest you.
Mindy Blanchard.
My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Wanna help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
Reasonably
I'd like to
certain that
get to
isn't how that
Addermire
saying
Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
As it turns out, that is one of our easiest ways to get through there, so we're going to be taking her up on that offer. So if you take a look in here, you can see this is the Black Market Shop's backstage area. It's kind of cool. Now, before we move on, I want to set some... Oh, I'm on the wrong menu. Over here, I want to set some hot swap keys. Now, some of these are already set. I'm setting them to my preferences. Now, something interesting that I discovered a little while ago that I don't believe the game mentions anywhere, I could be wrong, but if you select something using the L1 button, which opens the weapon wheel, excuse me. If you select something with that and then use your hotkeys to switch around, but then you hit L1 just briefly, it'll bring up whatever you selected with your L1 wheel earlier, regardless of how many other things you've gone through. So that's extremely useful. It basically gives you a 5th weapon slot, when otherwise you'd only have 4. Alright. What's that?
Are we gonna let a few blood flies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with blood flies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
It's infested, all right. You move slowly, stay away from the nests, and try to avoid getting filled with bloodfly venom and eggs.
We all get stung to death. Then we end up hatching more blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Damn it, Carl.
All right. Well, don't turn on each other. We'll find another way to make the coin, and another way to get past the wall of light.
Alright, they're also discussing this, so if you didn't pay the beggar, you would still have an idea that this is the way you can get through. Now, you gotta be careful picking up this guy, because if you pick him up, people will realize you're holding a dead body, and they won't ask questions about why, they'll just see you as a threat. So, make sure you're not being looked at if you're going to pick this up. You don't have to get in here, though, so I'm just going to pop in, loot his body, and look at the note about clearing bloodfly nests. This is important enough, I think I'm going to take a look over it. It says, Lento, you're either brave or desperate to accept this job. We used to smoke flash bloodflies with full crews, but the infestations are bad now, and the Duke canceled the funding, so we get rid of nests by hand. Here's what you need to know to stay alive. Number 1, if you need to slip past a bloodfly swarm or nest, keep your distance and move slowly, or they'll attack. Number 2, when bloodflies are calm, you're fine. If they take flight and start glowing, it's trouble. Number 3, if you get swarmed, you gotta run away or fight. Smash the bloodflies or burn them. Same for the nests. Number 4, a bloodfly swarm will keep coming back until you destroy the nest for that swarm. That's really all you need to know. You'll do fine. Oh yeah, another thing. If you find any blood amber in a nest, just keep it as a bonus. But make sure the Grand Guard doesn't see it, or they'll ask for some urban sanitation tax or whatever. Good luck. Alright, so some tips for how to deal with these things, the blood flies. You can see, look like massive flies that's going on around here. And that's one of their nests up there. The shorthand way, easiest way to know if a blood fly nest is active is the color. If it is glowing red, it's an active nest. Alright, well there's a few ways you can deal with blood fly nests. The most surefire way is surely fire. You can use incendiary ammo, or sometimes you can find those bottles that we found in the tutorial level that are incendiary themselves, and we can use those. And as much as possible, we'll be using that because no ammo. Alright, let's check this book. Has some traditional Serkonan songs. There's an achievement if you find these. Coin on the table. 2 coins, actually. Oh, why am I so concerned about 1 coin? Alright, so you can see high-proof liquor. This is flammable, so we'll take this with us just in case we need to flash another nest. And what do you know, there's one right there. Alright, there's some blood amber. Pick it up for 25 coins. Grab another high-proof liquor. Don't worry about 1 or 2 blood flies. They don't attack unless they're in swarms. More incendiary bolts. Those are always nice to have, especially in a place like this. Currently, I don't have the necessary ability to be able to look through walls and see if there are useful objects. So, right now, we'll just move forward. Eat a potato to get my health up. Move over this direction. Notice those blood flies are just hovering around that body. That usually means they've laid eggs in that body. You need to keep your distance. Alright. Just making sure that there's no active people over here. More blood, not blood liquor, high-proof liquor. Usually the auto-aim is pretty friendly about making you hit the right spot, but still, it's a good thing to watch out and make sure you hit your target before assuming that the blood fly nests have been taken care of. Alright, here's the bone charm that we could detect from below. Let's take a look at it. Spiritual fortune. Sometimes drinking a mana elixir restores all mana. Useful to have. And since we don't have anything else, may as well just equip it. More incendiary bolts, so it's nice to have. Rotten food, careful with that, that'll lose you health, and right now I'm at full health, so I don't need it anyway. Alright, I think I have another thing of high-proof liquor over here. Yep. Somebody was trying to flash these insects, but didn't get too much luck. They weren't an aspiring NFL quarterback like I am. Alright, so let's check over here. We got some more blood amber. Pick that up. Sliding up these stairs. Real nice and careful. Another nest. Got it. Alright, so that should take care of that. Whole bunch of dead bodies here, so. Pistol, but I'm already full up. Can't take any more shots. Hole in the wall over here. Which to sneaky people like me means another way through. Alright, so make a quick check. Make sure there's no one alive in here. Okay, we look to be pretty good. I want to make sure not to do the entire game in dark vision for you guys because that did end up happening in my personal playthroughs, and while it is extremely helpful, it also takes away from just how nice this game can look. So I'm going to try to keep the vision in normal mode instead of dark vision mode as much as possible. Alright, well, we've got quite a few incendiary bolts, so I'm going to use one of them. You got to be careful because sometimes the hit boxes are a little bit off from what they look like, so it's best to make sure that you aim well clear of any railings that might be in your way. Let's see here. Looks like mostly just food items over here. When I get the upgraded dark vision, that'll let me see items through walls, and that'll make it a lot easier to loot important things. Oh, careful here. Don't think I have any high-proof liquor out here. Let me check this bottle. Ooh, I don't have any high-proof liquor, but I do have Orban rum. Oh, here's the blood amber too. Let me take care of that. So here, let me see if I can figure out where they're nesting. Don't see a nest here. It's probably a body. Let's check that theory. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see the pustule there. I don't know if that actually works. Apparently not. Okay, gotta be careful. It looks like we're just not going in that way. At least not for now. Alright. Let's head this way instead.
Everyone is looking for me. It might pay to be discreet.
Right, usually when you're around a bloodfly infested area, you'll be able to see these clouds of smaller insects, what I guess are young bloodflies. So it pays to be aware of that, just so you don't accidentally walk into a swarm. You can usually escape, and it's not that damaging, but it's still definitely good to be careful. You can see there's an open window over here. That's nice to have. And our little side mission over here, the Overseer Outpost, that's where we're currently headed. Addermire Station is over there, but if we go there directly, it's kind of blocked off for now. Okay, so let's take a look at our surroundings. Got a couple of guards over across the way. Another well, I guess that's actually closed. More windows that look like they might be open over there, so keep that in mind. Alright, so let's see if we can find a way safely around here. Alright, good. Street lamps have these nice little ornate decorations on top, and enemies don't tend to look up. Once again, the range on Blink is a little shorter.
What? Here? Listen, I only...
This area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
I gotta be careful here. Sounds like we got some overseers. Yeah, there's one right there. I can't open that window, so no way in from here. Gotta be careful, but I think I want to try to get in there because they're looking for heretical artifacts. Yep. Let's lock in that spot there. Let's take a quick look at Dark Vision again, see who all's around here. There's some people down there. Someone over there as well. So let's be careful as we approach this.
Kind of dry. I could really go for a whiskey or something.
Got a civilian, but they're not alert currently, so let's be careful. Okay, got another overseer. Let's hop up here. Let's see if we can't blink to a more advantageous position. I guess far reach. Come on, let's see if I can get a climbing indicator. Doesn't look like it. I might have to head up this way. Ah, yes, I forgot. Let's use far reach to get up there. These awnings are surprisingly powerful. Alright, got some more useful area there. Oops. Jump up. Alright, good. Get through the window. Come on. Thank you. Alright. Might be able to get in through this direction. Let's see what we have here. There's a doorway down here we can use. I know there's an enemy down below me, so I gotta be careful with that. I'll just check if it's just one. Looks like. So maybe we can deal with him. Then move on. Let's take a try at that. Gotcha. Let's pick him up. And just to make it more difficult for people to spot him, we're gonna stick him on top of this arm. Hold on. Alright, if people fall off of things, then usually they're pronounced dead by the game. Well, for now, that's all the time I have, so I'm going to have to keep this going next time. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed. Later.